real niggas, I'm glad that you came. I hope that you scrape every dollar you gain. I hope you know money won't erase the pain. To the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching you when you was paving the ground. I copied your cadence, I mirrored your style. I studied the...
This is 106.9 Go Uni Radio, real station.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Coast City right here on 106.9 FM Go Uni Radio. And of course, it's a very beautiful Tuesday morning, and it's an exciting Tuesday morning already. And first of all, we sincerely apologize for starting far behind schedule while it was due to a couple of technical challenges, but we have fixed it, haven't we?
We have tried our best.
All right, welcome to a very beautiful Tuesday morning, the 24th of February. And before we continue, a big shout out to our station manager, Miss Chinyere Anyeze. Wishing you a happy birthday today. Well, we're going to talk more about it later in the show. But as we always do it right here on Good Morning Core City, we try as much as possible to put in the right frame of mind as you navigate through the day. So we're going to tell you how you're supposed to feel, and afterwards tell you what the weather will look like, and then we'll go through our top stories for today. Esther, first of all, how are you doing this beautiful Tuesday morning?
I'm doing good, really good. How are you doing, Tiki?
I'm doing fine, and somehow maybe stressed, but I'm good. I'm good.
You go there all right, last.
All right, so welcome to Good Morning Core City. Remember, you can join us live this morning on YouTube at GOU Radio 106.9 FM. And unfortunately, we couldn't stream on Facebook, but then we'll still have a recap of the show posted online. Well, remember that on this show, all you need to do is just go over there on YouTube. At the moment, drop your comment. We want to know what you feel, want to know what you're thinking about. And of course, that's going to be a very good thing for us to hear from you. All right. So stay tuned with Chike and Esther on Good Morning Core City. Well, right about now, Esther is going to tell us how we're supposed to feel today with the Tuesday morning motivation. Esther.
Right. Good morning, Cold City, and happy Tuesday, the 24th of March, 2026. Yesterday, we began again, and today we continue. Sometimes the hardest part is starting, but the real strength is in showing up again the next day and the next, even when the excitement fades and real life starts. This morning, I want to remind you that you don't need to rush your progress. Life is not a competition. You're allowed to grow at your own pace, to learn as you go, and to take things one step at a time. If today feels slow, let it be steady. If today feels heavy, carry only what you must. And if today feels ordinary, remember, ordinary days are where consistency gets built. And as you move through this Tuesday, be intentional. Focus on what truly matters. Don't let distractions or comparisons steal your energy. What is meant for you will surely not pass you by. And just in case you need to hear it again today, you can do anything you set your mind to do. You can do anything you put your mind to do. So stay committed, stay focused, and trust the process even when the results are not immediate. Be kind to yourself, okay? Give your best where you can and trust that God is guiding your steps even in the quiet moments. And from both I and Chike here, we are wishing you a calm, productive, and meaningful day. Good morning, Cool City, once again.
All right, good morning, Cool City. Remember, you're not fully dressed without a smile.
You're not. You're never fully dressed without a smile.
All right, thank you so much, Esther, for that. That's going to help us navigate through the very complexities of today. All right, up next will be weather reports.
Yeah, I'm ready with that. Now, let's look at the city-by-city forecast. And as usual, we'll start with Lagos. In Lagos, it's going to be warm and humid with a high of about 33 degrees today. You might see some sunshine early on this morning, but we're going to be expecting thundery showers later during the day. And moving over to Ibadan, you'll be expecting a mix of sunshine and clouds with temperatures rising to around 36 degrees Celsius There's also a chance of rain later in the day, so the heat can be draining. So wear loose clothing and take breaks in cool places if you start feeling tired or dizzy. And moving on to Port Harcourt, the clouds will build up through the day with thunderstorms and moderate rain expected. Temperatures will be around 34 degrees, and after the rain, it would be nice if you can clear any stagnant water around you so that you can avoid mosquito breeding. And then moving on to Abuja, the capital city, it's mostly sunny and very hot with temperatures reaching about 37 degrees Celsius. The air will be dry with just a slight chance of rain later on. So it will do you a lot of good if you keep drinking water regularly to stay hydrated. And in Kano, it's going to be very hot and dry with temperatures rising to about 38 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. So we're expecting a bit of haze in the air. So if you can, limit outdoor activity during the day, drink plenty of water, and if you must go out, you can go out with your nose mask. And finally, here in Enugu, it's going to be a hot day with temperatures around 36 degrees Celsius, with sunny intervals and a chance of rain later in the afternoon. Stay hydrated throughout the day, and if you're stepping out, try to stay in the shade, especially during the afternoon heat. And that is your comprehensive weather report for this morning.
All right, thank you so much, Esther, for that. And of course, it's a very beautiful Tuesday morning. That's what you've said earlier. Time check is 3 minutes to the hour of 8. We're going to go on a short musical break. And when we come back, we look through our top stories for today. Stay tuned. Remember, you can join us live at the moment on YouTube at GOU Radio 106.9 FM. And you're going to see the Esther, the lady with the pretty voice.
Oh, it's no longer... Okay.
No, sorry. The pretty lady with a golden voice.
Right. And cheeky. Don't worry, I'm going to find names for you too.
All right, we're going to be right back. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Yeah.
We offer you a wide range of design elements.
Radio loading.
You guys rock!
We got your back all the time, anywhere and everywhere. For more exciting updates, you can catch us on Twitter at 1069 Goyini Radio. Also on Instagram, you can reach us at 1069 Goyini Radio for you folks. On Facebook at www.facebook.com/1069 Goyini Radio.
Downloading.
And to round it all up, you can stream online at www.1069goyiniradio.com.
She don't give me something, Roja over. I don't even tell you, governor, like she do me karashika. Make I no feel liver. Me way be John Cena. I say, I swear you mine, die. Baby girl, now you be God design. My life, as your face the shoulder, so your shoe they shine. Now you gon' be my wife. You got to be my wife. For you I paid the price. Yeah. Oh Gigi, oh my.
Plenty killing from my life, now you I choose. I don't wonder if you everything I close. If I do you wrong, my baby boo, I'm sorry. You say I get too many girls that find a story. But now you did my mind, I swear, say now you did my mind. I swear I know the lie, I dream about you all the time. Cause girl, you blow my mind, and I know 59. Girl, you do me bad. Yeah.
Ogechi, come on.
No, baby. Okay, come on. No, fair, no good lie. I need your life for me.
Me fem genyeki obi mo imani maka.
Pretty in your love is all I do for the living. I tempted to touch your foreign booty. If I kill him on, still the love I got. Full of love for back. Hey, oh baby, this love is real. I give you all my Buddha vision. Don't love like Boba.
Now, here comes the music.
You okay with this?
this. And
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Call City right here on 106.9 FM, the heartbeat of dialogue. And of course, it's myself, Chike, and Esther, the pretty lady with the golden voice in the studio. Right about now, it's time for us to go through our top stories for today. Esther, you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, for the first top story this morning, in London, Mba ignites investors' interest in Enugu. Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has ignited foreign investors' interest in the state, with prospective investors expressing the readiness to immediately key into opportunities across various sectors of the state's economy. Mba said investors should expect between 25 and 40% return on their investments, noting that global manufacturers and international partners were already establishing a presence in the state, recognizing its strategic position as well as the opportunities and reform agenda that were underway. The governor, who was on the president's entourage during the state visit to the United Kingdom, spoke at the UK-Nigeria Project Agglomeration Compact 2026, delivered by Mutandis Africa, a Pan-African investment and trade facilitation platform in collaboration with the Dr. Zach Adedeji-led Nigeria Revenue Services and the House of Lords on the sidelines of Tinubu's visit. The investment forum brought Enugu State, senior federal government officials and private sector leaders to engage directly with the UK's senior investor community, including private equity funds, sovereign wealth investors, development finance institutions, infrastructure platforms, pension capital and family offices. He said, "We have numerous projects that have been curated for international investors. The international airport currently being expanded in Enugu is designed to serve a regional population of approximately 30 million people, thus transforming Enugu into a gateway for the entire Southeast Economic Corridor, linking surrounding states whose economies are themselves growing rapidly." In tourism and hospitality, Enugu's natural landscape, a hilltop city surrounded by waterfalls, caves, and remarkable scenery, is being repositioned as a destination for both leisure and business travel. New hotels, a conference center, and revitalized resorts are being developed to support this vision. Chike, what do you think about this?
Well, it's a welcome development.
Yeah.
Anything that has to bring in genuine investors in the states, certainly it's a welcome development because it has a ripple effect. And the point is, when they come in, you see the states getting industrialized, you see businesses rising in the states.
We see job opportunities.
Of course, job opportunities for even people beyond the states.
Right.
All right, and still moving forward on our stories this morning, we have this one all the way from Ogun State. Alleged assault of infant in Ogun school sparks police probe. The story has it that the Ogun State Police Command has launched an investigation into the alleged indecent assault of an 8-month-old baby at a private school in the state. It was learned that the incident occurred on Wednesday, March 18, at the school where the baby's mother, Gloria Omukoro, is employed. According to Omukoro, the school had closed early for revision week and she stayed behind to complete examination questions. She said the baby, who was dressed in a diaper, was initially in the care of the school principal. About 30 minutes later, the school director, Mr. Koride Afuye, returned the child to the principal. In my presence, the principal placed her on the floor because she was restless and did not want to stay on her lap. She urinated there, after which the principal left for the office. My colleague also left, leaving me alone with the baby, Omukoro said. She said she initially noticed wetness around the baby's leg and assumed it was urine. About 10 minutes later, I picked her up and was shocked to see she was bleeding, she added. Omukoro said a colleague who is a nurse examined the baby and confirmed that the bleeding was from the anus, which with visible bruises around the area. The mother alleged that the school director was the last person to handle the child before the injuries were discovered. I asked who carried my baby last, and he was identified as the last person. I went to the office to confront him and demanded to know what happened. I could not understand how she became injured within just a short time, she said. She added that the school management urged her to remain calm, but she insisted on reporting the matter to the authorities. This is not something that can be resolved informally, considering my baby's condition, she said. The case was subsequently reported to the police for investigation. Confirming the development, the police public relations officer of the Ogun State Command said the matter had been referred to the State Criminal Investigation Department for further investigation. Esther.
So what exactly are we even looking at here? Is he sexual assault or physical assault? I don't really understand.
No, but it's I think it's obviously a case of assault, but we don't know whether it's sexual or physical.
But whatever it is, this is a baby, for goodness'
8
sake.
months old, actually. I just hope that investigation unravels whatever thing that happened to the baby.
Yeah. I'm moving on to the next story this morning. Ozoro Festival. Police dismissed rape festival claims and vows to arraign suspects. The Delta State Police Command has dismissed claims that the controversial Aludo Festival in Ozoro was a rape festival, stating that no victim has officially reported rape in connection with the March 19 incident. The State Police Public Relations Officer Bright Edafe made this known on Monday while featuring on Your View, a flagship program on Television Continental, a private TV station. Edafe explained that while videos from the festival showed cases of assault, there is currently no evidence of formal complaints indicating that rape occurred. As of now, the information available to us shows that nobody was raped. While some may argue that victims could be afraid to come forward, experience has shown that over time, victims and their families do speak out, he said. He noted that increased awareness in Delta State has encouraged more survivors of sexual violence to report cases and seek justice, thereby aiding law enforcement in identifying and prosecuting offenders. According to him, investigations are ongoing, with the police relying strictly on available evidence, including witness accounts and video footage. Our legal team is reviewing the case file and will determine the appropriate charges based on the evidence before us. If, at any point, additional witnesses come forward with claims of rape, such charges will be added, he said. JK, what do you think about this?
Well, it's still the Nigerian factor. The fact that obviously, like, there were outrages. I expected by now that people will come out, to lay complaints, to make it official that I was sexually abused. Unfortunately, according to the PPRO of Delta State Police Command, nobody has actually come out to make any such complaints. But then, according to him, investigation has to go on. But then they can't go anywhere with investigation if nobody's laying complaints, nobody's pressing charges.
But the people were indeed assaulted. But the thing is
we
that people we need to speak out. Yes.
Yeah, we saw the videos of the assaults. That's the most important
And I'm
thing.
glad that suspects have been arraigned, and I hope that those people get what is coming to them. They feel the full wrath. I mean, they feel the full wrath of the law.
Nobody should hide under any culture, under the guise of any culture to
stupid culture and traditions, by the way.
Make out abuses on their fellow human beings. Like, I remember around December, you see some masquerade, some cultures in some parts of Igbo lands where you see masquerades wielding long sticks, flogging people indiscriminately. That's still part of
I've been traumatized. I've had a similar incident, and I was a lot younger then. It was crazy, but then I think some of these cultures and tradition should be scrapped off, especially in this day and age when we have grown beyond that level of ignorance. We need to do better as a community, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually advocate for scrapping, but I will advocate for modernization, because it doesn't make sense. If you masquerade, you carry cane, they flog people. I keep saying it. If you try it with me,
I'll beat you.
I won't say what I will do, but if you try it with me, good. As well, actually. All right, moving forward on our stories this morning. Why governors met Tinubu in Lagos, according to Sule. The story has it that Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has explained that the recent gathering of governors in Lagos was primarily to brief President Bola Tinubu on pressing security concerns and to strategize ahead of the All Progressives Congress convention. Sule spoke on the sidelines of his investiture ceremony as patron of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations in Abuja on Monday. He said, "First, let me apologize to our dear good people of Nasarawa, particularly our leaders, that this event is being held here in Abuja instead of our state. The reason was the tight schedule we had. We are willing to come to Nasarawa State, but yesterday you were aware that most of the governors were in Lagos to meet with Mr. President. After having lunch, we had a lengthy meeting, especially on areas of security, which we presented before the president. Also, we had our usual lengthy meetings of governors late into the night in preparation for our APC convention. The meeting lasted until after 2 a.m. today. The governor said the tight schedule forced a last-minute change of venue for his investiture ceremony from Lafia to Abuja. All right. So it was reported that the governors elected on the platform of APC convened in Lagos on Sunday for a high-level meeting ahead of the governorship primaries scheduled for next month. The meeting held at Eko Hotel in Victoria Island followed an earlier visit by the governors to Tinubu at his Ikoyi residence. Although 31 governors were expected, 21 governors turned up as of 9:40 p.m.
Well, you hear it. Our leaders have convened. Let's
well,
just hope.
I'll just say, we're not hoping anything. It's none of our business. Whatever thing they want to do there is they should do there. The point is the country is sinking. The country is wallowing in a lot of issues. So it's just politicians doing their thing. There's nothing. If you guys like gather 500 times, it's none of the business of the average
Just
Nigerian.
want to see the effect.
The
Want
average
to see
Nigerian wants to
positive
see
results.
their life change for better,
Indeed.
and their life cannot change when policies are practically against your own life.
Well, moving on to the next story this morning. Abducted Delta woman freed and robbery suspect nabbed. Operatives of the Special Anti-Kidnapping and Cybercrime Squad of the Delta State Police Command have rescued a 27-year-old kidnapped woman along the Ibusa-Ogwashiuku forest axis. The development was disclosed in a statement signed by the Police Public Relations Officer, SP Bright Edafe, and made available to journalists in Warri on Monday. According to the statement, the operatives acted on credible intelligence regarding the abduction of the victim, whose name is withheld, a resident of Ibusa community in Osimiri North local government area of the state. The intelligence indicated that the victim was held at a building site near the Obosi River on the outskirts of the town along the Ibusa-Ogwashiuku Road on March 12, 2026. Edafe stated that upon receiving the report, the State Commissioner of Police CP Aina Desola directed the Special Anti-Kidnapping and Cybercrime Squad to ensure the safe rescue of the victim and the arrest of those responsible. Acting on this directive on March 19, 2026 at about 3 o'clock, the commander of the Special Anti-Kidnapping and Cybercrime Squad led operatives on trail of the kidnappers. And on approaching the hideout, the kidnappers opened fire on the operatives, who responded with superior firepower, forcing the suspects to flee and abandon their captive, the statement said. Chike, what do you think?
Yeah, it's good now.
It's good
It's
news.
good that the person has the victim
life
has been
saved
abducted,
yeah.
and then the rest they say is history. But then beyond that, reactive instead of proactive approach to security is one thing that we need to wake up to as a country. Kidnappers don't just operate in vacuum. They're not ghosts. They're not superhumans who just come from the air. They're not aliens who just fall from the sky.
Yeah.
They are amongst us, and intelligence needs to be applied. And there are not too many. That's the point. There are not so many. They are not in majority. All right. Well, congratulations to the victim and her family, actually, because this is it's worth celebrating that you are rescued from the from the hands of these men. These guys are a bit deadly, actually.
They are.
All right. Moving forward on our stories, Nigeria will pay heavy price if Iran war doesn't end. This is according to Aliko Dangote. Right, the story has it that foremost industrialist Alhaji at Aliko Dangote has warned that Middle East tensions driving global oil volatility could have far-reaching consequences for Nigerian and African economies. Dangote spoke on Monday in Lagos after a courtesy visit and Eid-el-Fitr homage to President Bola Tinubu. He said the visit was to extend Salah greetings, reconnect with the president after some time, and reaffirm respect and continued support for the administration's policies. Dangote noted Nigeria had no direct role in the crisis but could still feel the impact because of deep global economic interdependence. Esther.
Indeed. But I don't know why you're calling Esther. I think you're the one who's going to give us a better analysis of this.
No, it's more like the issue that we're having with our oil is it's because we are still dependent on the global oil market. We still import the vast majority of the oil we use, and even Dangote as a refinery still imports certain level of oil that they refine. So the most important thing is the fact that yes, what he's saying is true.
It's true.
What's happening in Ukraine? Sorry, I beg your pardon. What's happening in Iran, Middle East is affecting everybody. It's affecting the oil market. However, we shouldn't have been in this situation if we were self-sufficient when it comes to processing our oil. But we are not.
We're not.
Unfortunately, we are not. Nigeria being Nigeria, it is Nigeria.
Oh, so that means we are looking. Yesterday we covered the headlines stating that we were now importing or be exporting to other countries, and we talked about having these things be felt. I mean, at the grassroots level, we not having to pay too much expensive fuel price and all that. But I'm just saying that means it could actually get worse if this continues, and this spells.
If we have serious infrastructure deficit, that's why we cannot refine enough for the country to use. That's the most important. That's one thing we need to understand. So and then the current issue is just the fact that it's been a failure from successive administrations. There's a huge lacuna in the oil industry, and people are actually benefiting from it. But then, currently, fuel is sold for 1,400 naira in most parts of Enugu. Some people sell 1,316 naira. Some sell 1,320 naira. But the fact is, it's hitting us hard already.
Yeah.
It's hitting us hard already, and we don't know how long. In fact, I'll stop hoping. We don't know how long it's going to happen.
Well, moving on to the next story this morning. 2 pilots killed and dozens injured as Air Canada plane collides with fire truck. 2 pilots were killed and dozens of people injured after an Air Canada plane collided with a fire truck on a runway at New York's LaGuardia Airport, U.S. authorities said on Monday. The crash late Sunday halted all flights at LaGuardia, a major transport hub, as AFP images showed the Bombardier jet tilted back on its tail with a smashed cockpit next to a damaged emergency vehicle. U.S. aviation investigators, assisted by Canadian counterparts, launched a probe into what actually happened to the airport's first fatal accident since 1992. An audio recording from the air traffic tower showed that a controller had cleared the truck, which was responding to a separate incident, to cross the runway before urgently ordering it to halt. "Stop, truck 1, stop," the controller said moments before the collision. An alarm was then heard. The pilots and co-pilots were killed in the crash. Catherine Garcia, the head of the city's port authority, said at a news conference early Monday. 41 people were taken to the hospital, some with serious injuries, though 32 were later released, Garcia said. Chike, what do you think?
Yeah,
It is
aviation accident is it has always been tragic. And then I'm even glad that at least it's just 2 pilots that died. And I believe it has to be investigated, because I believe that it boils down to negligence of duty. Because how can a plane collide with such, how can such level as
it's no longer a crash anymore, it's
happen in the airport? And so there's mismanagement of communication, of course, the aviation communication. I don't really understand how it works, but I know that it's supposed to be highly sophisticated for an aircraft not to crash into another aircraft or crash into any other thing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, a last story for this morning. We have Gala confirmed Osimhen successful surgery. The story has it that Victor Osimhen has undergone successful surgery on his fractured right forearm, with Galatasaray confirming the procedure was carried out at Maslak Acibadem Hospital in Istanbul on Monday. The club posted on X in the away match we played against Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League round of 16. Our player Victor Osimhen, who was injured and unable to continue the game, underwent a successful operation today at Maslak Acibadem Hospital, performed by our club doctor, OP Dr. Yena Ince. We extend our wishes for a speedy recovery to our footballer and hope for his return to the field at the earliest. The Turkish champions did not specify a return date, but Osimhen had previously outlined his own recovery timeline during a live stream session with Nigerian influencer Katefe, saying he expected to be sidelined for a maximum of 6 weeks, 4 weeks of recovery, followed by 2 weeks of individual training before rejoining the squad. It will take a maximum of 5 to 6 weeks, 6 weeks at most, and I will be back to football. Most of the time, it's 4 weeks, then 2 weeks for you to train alone, gradually regain your fitness, and then you join the team, he said. Turkish media reports suggest the Super Eagles striker could be back in time for the blockbuster Istanbul derby against Fenerbahce on April 26th at the earliest, though that will depend on the progress of his rehabilitation. Osimhen sustained the injury in the 10th minute of Galatasaray's 4-0 Champions League defeat to Liverpool at Anfield, colliding with defender Ibrahima Konate during an area duel. Well,
Yeah, we do extend our wishes for a speedy recovery to Victor Osimhen, and we want to see him on the pitch as soon as possible. So I think he should just take time to recover and then get better. And I love the fact that he can't wait to get back there. You know, he's a leader. I just love that guy.
yeah, that's the
So,
most important
quick
thing.
recovery,
Quick
Victor.
recovery to Victor Osimhen.
All right.
All right, thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Tuesday morning. And of course, we're so glad we had you join us live on YouTube and, of course, listening live from wherever you are, Esther.
And I love you guys. Thank you for always joining us every morning, and it's always a pleasure. So we're going to be having to sign out now, and wish you have an amazing day. Go out there, be productive, and TK.
And also, yeah. Be productive and remember you're not fully dressed without this.
I know. I was waiting for that.
And happy birthday to
Yeah.
our station manager, Miss Chinyere.
Almost forgot.
Yeah, today is a very special day. Of course, we're going to party in the studio,
Yes.
in the station too. And then we're celebrating your incredibility, your ingenuity, your creativity, your speed, and your astronomical leadership.
Oh, come on.
You've been an inspiration, and we'll celebrate you today and every day.
Yes, ma'am. Have an amazing day. We wish you many, many, many returns.
All right, until we'll see you tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.